When you meet your person, you know, not because your heart races or because everything suddenly feels cinematic, but because for once, it doesn't. You know that quiet moment when nothing dramatic happens, yet everything inside you settles? That's the sign. The body finally exhales. The nervous system, for once, isn't confused. It isn't trying to decode mixed signals or chase after reassurance. It just feels safe. Because real connection doesn't begin with intensity. It begins with ease. We grow up thinking love should feel like fire, that if it's calm, it must be wrong. If it doesn't shake us, it must not be love. But neuroscience says something different. Infatuation activates the same circuits as anxiety. Adrenaline, dopamine, craving. That spark everyone talks about? It's the same chemical that fuels uncertainty, not peace. So the one who feels steady, the one who doesn't make your heart race, but makes your shoulders drop, that's the one your body's been waiting for. You'll know it not by butterflies, but by the silence after them, by how time stretches softly around them. It's not about height or career or charm. It's not even about shared hobbies. It's the quiet alignment of two nervous systems that no longer have to defend, perform, or prove. Your laughter fits. Your pauses fit. Even the silence feels full. And when you talk, you don't worry about being too much or too little. You just are. Psychologists call this secure attachment, the place where love doesn't trigger your defenses, it disarms them. It's not about losing yourself in someone, but finding space to be fully you without fear that it'll cost the relationship. You know that moment when someone says, I love you, but it feels off? When the words sound right, but your body tenses? That's your system recognizing inconsistency. Affection in words, distance in energy. But when it's real, your body knows first. Before the brain, before the story, before the fantasy. Safety feels like rhythm, like being understood without translation. And when you meet that person, it's not hard, not complicated, not confusing. You don't wake up wondering what they meant by that text. You don't replay every conversation trying to locate what went wrong. Love, when it's healthy, isn't a puzzle. It's clarity. You recognize the difference because it's the first time you are not chasing reassurance. You finally feel chosen without auditioning. When love is right, it feels like exhaling after years of holding your breath. You don't need to be impressive, just present. There's no performance, no negotiation of worth. You both show up as you are, not as who you think the other wants. And that's when you realize it's not fireworks that hold relationships together. It's nervous systems in sync. It's kindness. It's shared stillness. There will be moments when time seems to pause, not from intensity, but from contentment. The world keeps turning, but inside your shared space, there's quiet. A sacred pause that says, this is what home feels like. You'll find yourself opening up without fear, saying things you have never said before, and realizing for the first time that you're not scared to be seen. When you meet your person, you stop worrying, stop measuring, planning, comparing. You stop asking, is this it? Because it just is. And maybe for the first time, you're content in something simple, that the world is big, life is good, and time somehow was right. Because you're no longer searching. You're already home. And sometimes that's what love really is. Not the one that burns brightest, but the one that stays.